Well, we don't, in many respects, need to deal with it. Not least of all because it is the monarch that is the key to this, and the Constitution.
What if the real royal drama wasn't just about crowns and titles, but about secrets kept behind palace doors for years? Turns out, Princess Anne and King Charles have been hiding something big. From emotional confessions to royal showdowns with Queen Camilla, this story reveals the truth no one saw coming. Let's dig into what really went down.
Well, you know what you're getting because he's been practicing for a bit. And I don't think he'll change. You know, he is committed to his own level of service. That will remain true.
It was a rare moment no one expected. King Charles, the man raised to be strong and silent, broke down in tears. But this didn't happen in front of Camilla or William. It happened with his sister, Princess Anne. She's always been his rock, even if most people never saw it. While the world sees crowns and titles, these two share something deeper, a bond built from a lifetime in the spotlight where emotions are usually locked away. Charles was overwhelmed. Maybe it was the pressure, maybe it was the fear from his cancer diagnosis, or maybe it was finally knowing someone truly had his back. And Anne? She didn't get all mushy. That's not her style. She looked at her crying brother and told him, "Dry your tears, buck up, and get on with the job." Classic Princess Anne. Tough, honest, and never fake. When people think about King Charles and his closest circle, they usually picture Camilla or Prince William. But here's the twist. It is not them. It is actually Princess Anne who knows him best. She is not just his sister, she is his secret strength. And now the world is finally starting to see it. When Charles was hit with the news of his cancer, it was Anne who stood by him. Not with tears or drama, she offered something even more powerful, solid support and no-nonsense advice. When he got emotional, she didn't panic. She told him, "Dry your tears, buck up, and get on with the job." That one sentence shows everything about her. She is tough, she is direct, but she is always there. Anne is not flashy, she does the work while others chase attention. During Charles's treatment, she quietly took on more royal duties. She helped keep things moving while the spotlight was elsewhere. At the coronation, she even acted as his bodyguard, not symbolically, literally.
We've been very lucky. My mother was the Queen for a very long time. And although you kind of know that this might happen, you don't really think about it very much. Not least of all because the monarchy is about continuity. But I think for my brother, you know, this is something he's been waiting for.
Princess Anne does not play games, especially not when it comes to her mother's legacy. So when Queen Camilla showed up acting like the full queen instead of queen consort, Anne made sure to shut it down. At a formal royal banquet, Anne reportedly turned to Camilla and said, loud and clear, "You're not queen, you're the queen's consort." Talk about cold and classy at the same time. This moment wasn't just about a title, it was personal. Anne was standing up for her late mother, Queen Elizabeth, who made it clear before her death that Camilla should only be called queen consort, not queen. But somewhere along the way, that consort part vanished from Camilla's official title. Anne was not having it. Let's not forget the history between these two. Anne once dated Andrew Parker Bowles. Camilla later married him. That awkwardness never really faded. Add in the fact that Anne never liked how Camilla stepped into Diana's shoes, and you've got a rivalry that's been brewing for decades. The feud between Princess Anne and Camilla Parker Bowles goes way back, and it all starts with Andrew Parker Bowles. Back in the 1970s, Anne was once romantically involved with Andrew. They were close, but their relationship couldn't go any further due to Andrew's Catholic faith, which was a problem for royal rules at the time. Anne and Andrew remained friends, but things took a twist when he married Camilla in 1973. Camilla's marriage to Andrew caused some serious tension. Camilla wasn't just the woman Anne's ex had married, she was also the woman who had once been linked to Anne's brother, Prince Charles. So you can imagine how Anne might have felt. But it wasn't just the past love triangle that bothered her. When Camilla married Charles in 2005, Anne's cold reaction to the wedding spoke volumes. She wasn't jumping up and down celebrating, that's for sure. Fast forward to today and you can see how their history still shapes things. Even though Anne has praised Camilla's commitment to royal duties, you can't shake the feeling that the past is always there, lingering. Anne and Camilla's rivalry didn't just fade away. King Charles is stuck in the middle of a royal mess, and it's not as simple as choosing between his wife Queen Camilla and his sister Princess Anne. On the surface, Charles is all about supporting Camilla. He stands by her in public as any loving husband would. But behind closed doors, it's a different story. Charles knows who's been there for him when things get tough, and his sister has been a rock for him. She's always been honest, even when it wasn't what he wanted to hear. She's the one who stood by him through health scares and royal duties. Anne has never been afraid to speak her mind, especially when it comes to Camilla's role in the royal family. Charles, despite his public support of Camilla, can't ignore that Anne's loyalty and straightforwardness are qualities he respects deeply. Camilla's journey to being accepted as queen consort has not been an easy one. Despite her years of royal duties and charity work, she still faces a lot of criticism. The truth is, her past, especially her role in the breakdown of Princess Diana and Prince Charles's marriage, has never fully gone away. Some people simply can't get past it. The media didn't help either. When the Tampon Gate scandal came to light in the 1990s, it made things worse. The private phone conversation between Charles and Camilla was leaked, and it did major damage to her image. People saw her as the other woman in the marriage, and even after she married Charles in 2005, many still thought of her that way. When Charles became king, Camilla was given the title of Queen Consort, just as Queen Elizabeth had wished. But this didn't sit well with everyone. A lot of people were still loyal to Diana, and the idea of Camilla being called Queen didn't feel right to them. A poll showed that many preferred her to stay as Princess Consort instead. The real secret between King Charles and Princess Anne isn't some scandalous affair or family drama. It's a quiet, unspoken bond that's been built on years of shared experiences and emotional support. While the world has been captivated by the louder, more public stories surrounding the royal family, like Charles and Camilla's marriage or Anne's royal engagements, what often goes unnoticed is the deep connection between these two siblings. Growing up under the constant pressure of being heirs to the throne, Charles and Anne were forced to face a world of duty, expectation, and public scrutiny. The royal family's personal lives were never truly their own. Despite the spotlight on their every move, they often had only each other to rely on for comfort. As the eldest son and daughter of Queen Elizabeth, both Charles and Anne were thrust into roles that required them to carry heavy emotional and personal burdens from an early age. Anne has always been known for her no-nonsense attitude, but beneath that tough exterior is a deep sense of loyalty and compassion. She's been there for Charles in ways most people will never understand. During some of his hardest moments, Anne was the one who would pull him through, offering practical advice and emotional support. Charles, for his part, has often relied on Anne's wisdom and honesty. He knows she's the one person who will tell him the truth, no matter how tough it may be to hear. In one emotional moment, when Charles broke down in front of her, Anne's response wasn't one of pity. Instead, she told him to dry your tears, buck up, and get on with the job. This mix of tough love and loyalty has been the foundation of their relationship for decades. It's this quiet support, hidden away from the public eye, that has kept their bond strong through all the chaos of royal life. The deep, quiet bond between King Charles and Princess Anne could change how people see the royal family. For years, the world has focused on the flashy headlines and dramatic moments, but behind the scenes, Charles and Anne have quietly leaned on each other. Their relationship shows that the royal family isn't just about public duties and scandals. It's also about loyalty, family, and support. As Prince William and Kate Middleton rise in prominence, Princess Anne is likely to stay in the background, continuing her role as a stabilizing force. She's not one to chase the spotlight, but her influence on the royal family is undeniable. Anne has always been a reliable and steady presence. While the younger royals, especially William and Kate, get the attention, Anne is there shaping the future of the monarchy in her own way. One thing Anne has made clear is that the idea of a slimmed-down monarchy is a tricky one. With so many challenges facing the royal family, Anne believes that reducing the monarchy's size may not be the best move. She has also been a guiding force for the younger members of the family, particularly the next generation of royals like Princess Charlotte. Anne's wisdom and experience are priceless, ensuring that the monarchy remains relevant and respected. If you found this story interesting, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more royal updates. The bond between Princess Anne and King Charles is just one of many hidden stories in the royal family. Stay tuned for more insights into their lives behind closed doors.